Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS, is the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. Make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. And speaking of the greatest Santa Clarita has to offer, a very special guest in studio. It's that time again. Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto joins us in studio. Dr. Jaimie, how are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
You're always great. You always come in happy and great. Jaimie Ronchetto, Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto from Cinema Vet on Cinema Drive is here to give us the skinny on all things pet related. Coming in a couple times a month. This morning, Dr. Jaimie, guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to be really cool right now. We're going to talk about, This is trending all the time. It is so in right now.
Yes.
CBD oil and essential oils.
Right.
For your pets. What?
Right.
So tell me anything we need to know, because I'm not going to lie. CBD oil kind of frightens me a little because I just don't know enough. And honestly, I don't know about essential oils either. I know a little bit. But not enough to give it to anybody else other than aromatherapy. So tell me what you know and what we should do and what we should stay clear of.
Right. So I guess starting with essential oils, we need to be really careful. So certain ones like lavender can be really great. You never want to use any oils at all just straight out of the bottle. You always want to dilute them. And there's different carrier oils that you can use to be able to dilute them. But most all oils by themselves, just straight out of the bottle, are going to be way, way, way too potent to use on your animals.
Do you use them internally, or do you use them on the skin or in their food? Where do we go?
Typically, you'd be just using topically. Like for lavender, for instance, once you pair it with a carrier oil and it's diluted, you can use it topically for anxiety or stress reduction. I've used it before on my own dog when he gets scared. So, paws, tips of ears, things like that.
What do you use as a carrier oil for? Do you use the same carrier oils as you would for an adult, like a coconut oil and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But honestly, most oils, especially for cats, are going to be a no-go. Cats are really, really sensitive to things like that. And even sometimes just diffusing them into the air, there's certain ones that cats can be really sensitive to. So we just want to be really careful with what we choose. Anything that's too fragrant, really potently fragrant, a lot of times cats will react to. As far as CBD oil, that's really interesting because it is a really hot topic right now. Huge hot topic. It wasn't until actually just recently, like January, that they've now changed the law that I can even talk about it.
What?
Yeah. So
why is that? What?
So even though on the human side they have made it legal, and easier to obtain, and medical marijuana, and, anybody can get a card and all of that, it's much easier. It's not the same on the veterinary side. So even though they distinguish between THC-related products and just CBD products on the human side, on the veterinary side, it's all still pretty much lumped the same. So it's still illegal for, at least in California, for veterinarians to dispense it or to prescribe it.
CBD oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're not differentiating between products that may contain THC and ones that do not. So that is slowly changing, and there's legislature in the works trying to change it even more. So what just passed recently in January was that now, as a veterinarian, I am at least allowed to discuss it with clients, to talk about potential pros and cons, but I can't technically recommend it, and I still can't certainly prescribe it or dispense it. But if they were to get it on their own, I can advise them a little bit on, okay, what are some of the uses for CBD oil?
So within those guidelines that
Yes.
in which you're allowed to speak, what can we say?
Yeah, so CBD oil, I do think it has its place, and I think in the future we are going to be seeing more of it, just like we are on the human side. I do think that it can have benefits for anxiety and pain. and certainly like arthritis pain, cancer pain, all of that, possibly seizures. But more research definitely needs to be done. There's several groups at veterinary schools across the country that are doing that kind of research, specifically for, let's say, pain in cats, because cats are such curious creatures that they don't show pain the same way dogs do, right? So they show very subtle signs of pain sometimes, and they can have hyperesthesia syndromes, which means that things that shouldn't be painful are to them. So they're doing research in that arena to see if CBD oil can help with that. Like I said, seizures, arthritis pain, hip dysplasia, things like that. And, certainly amongst my own clients who have gone out and gotten it on their own, I've seen some good results with anxiety and pain relief already. So
what would you say to those of us who have pets and see a lot of, unfortunately, we learn a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like someone will post a product or say something and then it'll be shared and then we see it. Mm-hmm. And then that's we hold that to truth because it's posted.
Yeah.
And I know we shouldn't do that. But what would you say to the pet owner who knows their pet has a little bit of issue and wants to try this? Should they come to you first and kind of like have a discussion maybe and see where this leads? Or, because obviously we shouldn't just rely on what we see on the internet. We should talk to a professional.
Please don't.
Right?
Please don't just rely on the internet. I mean, do your research, obviously. Consulting with your veterinarian is always a plus. We can share with you what we can. Mm-hmm. And there are lots of products out there. So this is a big boom of industry. So there are definitely going to be some products that are better than others. Dosing wise is difficult too. I don't think we know exactly the correct dosage to use. So there are some guidelines popping up out there. I do know that there are some CBD oil lines that are being made by veterinarians. So like, let's say in other states even where maybe this isn't so much of a problem. I would be more inclined to lean towards those products that are being made by vets for animals rather than just some random company. Mm-hmm. So just do your due diligence, do your research. Don't
rely on a posting on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, if you find that and you're interested, then delve into that more. Like Look at the actual website that they may be linking to. Look at other ones, compare before you just jump into it.
Look how hip you and I are talking about CBD oil and essential oils this morning. Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto, if you have any questions, hey, you need a vet? I've got the perfect vet. Cinema Vet, Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto over on Cinema Drive. Best phone number, website to get to you?
Yeah, phone number is 661-253-9300, and our website is just cinemavet.com.
How cool are we this morning, huh?
We're great.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, huh?